Hello, welcome back to my channel, Nancy's Twisted Strings. Today is Sunday, October 5th. I thought I would make a quick, short video to show you the project that I made from following another YouTuber, Linsey from the Vintage Button. She did a slow stitch September project and created a bag, a yo-yo pouch, using just scrap fabrics, not going out and buying anything. I thought this would be something good for me to make, considering that I have a lot of supplies, some that I've hoarded and saved for special occasions, and others I just needed to use up. So I chose to make my bag purple. That is my favorite color. And I chose to put some things on my bag that I enjoyed. Her pouch that she made was in the theme of fall. It had leaves and different words. And I chose to just go with the color I liked and put some of my, I used some of my stamps in Versa ink, and I stamped on some fabric. This was a stamped image, and I just stitched over it. This was a stamped image, and I tried to do thread painting with it. I don't know how well it turned out. Looks good at a distance. This was, these big tropical flowers are some fabric that I picked up. It was like a house coat. I found it at the thrift store and I loved the color of it, so I just bought it and cut it up, and I'm using it in a couple different projects. It's a good quality fabric. I had this purple ribbon. I kind of just laid it down, stitched around it, put down some pretty little buttons. I included some beading in mine. I have a lot of different pretty beads. I thought at one time I was going to make bracelets. That never actually happened. So I have all these pretty little beads, and I just thought that I would put those on there. One of my favorite words is love. Here's a yo-yo I had made a long time, years and years ago, and I finally found a use for it. I stamped this image of, I don't know if you can see that very well, it's a cat. You know, I'm an animal lover, so I had to include a cat. This is supposed to be my little cat that I have, Fancy. Here's a yo-yo that I made out of a shirt, an old shirt. The base for this bag, this purple fabric, is made from a shirt that I picked up at the Goodwill and thought it was a good quality fabric. It was a man's button-up dress shirt, and I just bought it for the color, really. And the same with this one. And I put some beads around a button, just add a little bling to it. Here's the inside of my bag. I just used a solid color. Sewing this part down was not my favorite part. I had originally used a ribbon as the drawstring, and I just made my little pocket here that the ribbon would go through. I made it too skinny, and I kept catching my needle on it, and so then the bag wouldn't close. So I pulled it out and replaced it with some stretchy cord, and I put that in there after I sewed the liner in. So that was the way I did mine. I had this really pretty button I had bought a long time ago, and I just put it on a yo-yo that I made out of that shirt. So my bag is This is what it looks like when it's closed. I wish I would have made it a little bigger. Here it is closed. You could put some thread, scissors. You could put a little craft project in it and use it as a carry along, which is probably what I will do. I'm going to make one for my channel too, I think, with my name on it. This one is for me, but I was thinking about making another one and using it in a giveaway later on down the road when I get, I don't know, I was going to give myself a goal like maybe 200 subscribers and then do a giveaway and a drawing and have one of these bags finished and just give it to the person, send it to the person that I pick in the giveaway. So anyway, here's my bag. Thank you so much, Linsey, for the inspiration. I'm also making another one. It's downstairs. I don't have it up here with me. I'm going to use it to put some little things in. I have somebody that I work with that I like a lot, and I wanted to give her a homemade gift for Christmas. So I thought about, I'm making her a bag like this. Hers is going to be green and pink, I believe. It's really cute. And I'm going to put some makeup in it and maybe some little bottles of hand lotion or hand sanitizer or something. Just a little kind gesture. It's a coworker and she helps me out a lot at work. And I think it's appreciative if I give her a small gift, handmade gift like that. I like to give the projects I make away for Christmas. It kind of inspires me to make stuff. And I don't know about you, but I craft and sew and knit and crochet. I do all of that. It helps me with my anxiety and it stops my brain from overthinking in situations or overthinking about anything really. So that's why I do it. I've always done it since I was a small child. I can remember back in grade school making these ribbon barrettes that you would hang little beads from, and you would put the barrette in your hair and then the ribbon would hang down and it would have these cute little clear beads on it. That was like in grade school. I would make those. And then I can remember when I was turning into a teenager, like pre-teenage, I can remember when I was growing up, it was popular to have these pins and you would pin them on your shoes with little seed beads on them like these. They were safety pins. You would take a safety pin and you would put some pretty colored little beads like these on the safety pin and then you would pin them on your shoe. And I would make those. I would make the bracelets that you would tie to your wrist, and they were like made out of embroidery floss, and you would clip it to a letter writing board, a clipboard, that's what they call it. You would clip the fabric or tape it to a clipboard and you would braid this embroidery floss. It was kind of like a macrame in a mini version, kind of, and they were called friendship bracelets. I don't know if those were popular where you come from, but from where I came from, those were popular as a kid, and actually they're still popular. I see them at the hippie store. You buy them and then you wear them for a long time till they fall off. I wore those until I was in my 20s. I thought they were really cool. They're usually really bright and colorful. Anyway, I just wanted to show my bag. Hold on, I'm gonna excuse me, sneeze. I just wanted to share with you my bag. I tried to thread paint some of these flowers, but I am not very good at that. I don't know if my camera can focus. Like I said, it looks good at a distance. But I will use this bag, and I just wanted to thank Linsey for the inspiration. I will show you the other one when I finish it. I haven't gotten too far on it yet. I've got several little projects I'm doing. Family members getting married, so I'm taking a wooden loom and putting some fabric in it, like muslin, and I'm going to stitch their name and the date they got married and embroider some flowers on it. I'm going to give them that as a wedding gift. And a friend of mine she has a birthday in like 19 days, and she loves owls, so I was going to make her an owl. I don't know if you've ever heard of Ann Woods, but I really like her patterns. I like crows, black crows. I think they are so cool. I would love to make friends with a black crow. They remember you. You know, if you give them a small trinket and they come and get it, they will always come back to you. And I just think that they're very pretty birds, and a lot of people associate them with being scary and evil, and I don't. I think they're very cool and they're very pretty. I would love to be friends with the crow. So Ann Woods has a pattern that she sells, and it's a black crow, and you make it out of different textured fabrics. And that was the first actual like pattern that I really made something out of, a written pattern. I made a crow a few years ago. I don't have it up here. I can show you it in my next video. But she also has a pattern for an owl. And I have a friend that has a birthday coming up, and I thought I would make her that owl. So I went to the Goodwill and I bought a bunch of different textured fabrics. Like I bought her owl is going to be tan and brown, so I bought some placemats that were kind of a fluffy sort of fabric. I think I have them over here. Here are the pants I bought. These are just some, I don't know, I guess they're flannel, some flannel pants. I'm going to use this for the bird, the owl. I got this towel. I can't think of the owl's name, but he's kind of got like some fluff around his eyes, and he's kind of got these droopy kind of eyes. So she had some fluff around the eyes, so I thought I would use this for around the eyes. Here's some other fabric. I got some dress pants, men's dress pants. Now I just went to the Goodwill. These were on clearance. They were like red tags, so these were like $1 a pair. The only reason I bought this is because I didn't have any kind of fabric like this. Mostly the fabric that I have is cotton fabric for quilting. I also bought, here's the placemat. Hopefully I will be able to use that. I don't know if it's going to unravel a lot. But it's, and then I bought this. This is just a dish towel. I don't know if I'm going to use that in it or not. And I got this one. This is kind of it's a table runner. So it's kind of a silky, it's kind of a silky, satiny, stitched pattern. This probably is going to fray whenever I cut into it also. And then I bought this other table runner. Not necessarily for this peach color, but for these textures. I thought it would be doable. This is the part I'm not good at. I'm not good at putting the colors together because I generally go for bright pinks, purples, greens, these muted neutrals that are kind of bland. I'm not good at that. And I'm not good at putting them together. I make what I make the way I like it. So I like the bright colors. So hopefully this is going to work out. This has been washed. It's got a stain on it. You wash everything you get from the Goodwill. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'm going to really be trying to do that. And I have to get that wedding project done. So I'll try to get a video out. And maybe in my next one I will show you my crow. I named him Blue. The top of his head I used a silk tie. So he's got a little bit of blue on his head. He's really cool. I love it. His feet are made out of wire, and then you wrap them with masking tape, and then you paint them. His beak is whittled from a stick just from out in the yard. So if you haven't heard of Ann Woods, check her out. She has a really cool pin cushion. It's kind of long, and it sits on her desk. It's a long pin cushion. I filled mine with sand. I think she filled hers with crushed walnut shells, and then she just leaves it sit on her desk, and it's slow stitched. It's a slow stitched pin cushion that's long and heavy, so it stays in place. I made one, of course, purple, and I really use it. It's pretty handy. Anyway, enough for today. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. And again, Linsey, thank you so much for the inspiration on the pouch. I will tag you in my next video when I finish the green one, and whenever I finish the one that I'm going to make for a giveaway, I will tag you in that also. I guess that's it for today, guys. I got a lot to do, so I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.